SDCE is the name specified worldwide for premium quality test consumables. Manufactured in accordance with BS, EN and ISO standards, SDCE's comprehensive range of products for color fastness, physical testing and light fastness tests help to guarantee the quality of your textiles time and time again.
Watch how SDCE's range of detergents, additions such as sodium perborate or sodium percarbonate, ballasts and marking aids are used for international test standard ISO 5077:2007 textiles determination of dimensional change in washing and drying, demonstrated in conjunction with ISO 6330:2021 textiles domestic washing and drying procedures for textile testing.
Take the piece of fabric to be tested and lay it out in a single-ply formation for woven fabrics or doubled over for knitted fabrics. Note that the fabric should be pre-relaxed to rule out any variables other than washing and drying, in accordance with the test method.
Lay the fabric out flat and mark out the direction of the fabric being tested, warp or weft for woven fabric, and coarse or wale for knitted qualities. You will need a shrinkage template to measure your fabric's dimensional stability to washing. There are many shrinkage templates available, but we are demonstrating the use of a 50 by 50 cm template, which is one of the most common. Make sure that the template is laid flat on the fabric, and far away from the selvage, before making your marks. You can mark out your reference points with an SDCE textpen. Using the reference points, mark out the fabric using crosses for woven fabrics, and dots for knitted qualities. Measure the difference between each of the points using a standard ruler, and make a note of the distances. Dimensional stability testing can also be carried out on a finished garment. Often, the trunk of the garment is tested, although a retailer or manufacturer can dictate that a specified area be assessed for shrinkage. The arm of a garment, for example, is a less stable appendage, so may be more susceptible to dimensional change. Heavily embroidered areas may also be subject to puckering, while the underlining of a waistband may be influenced in a different way. The technician should carry out the test as specified in the methodology, or by the manufacturer or retailer seeking results. Overlock the edges of the test fabric around the markings. The woven fabric is single ply, whereas the knitted fabric is doubled over and overlocked on 3 sides, leaving one side open.
You can now create the dummy load, which will consist of the test fabric and SDCE ballasts. The weight will vary depending on the method, the wash cycle, and the composition of the product, so refer to the weight specified in the standard. The methodology will specify which type of washing machine should be used, either a front-loading or top-loading model. The prevalence of each style can vary according to geographical regions, so refer to the specified model in the standard. Likewise, the wash cycle will vary according to the methodology. This may be specified by the retailer, recommended by the manufacturer, or may be dictated on a worst-case scenario basis. For example, by washing at 50 degrees instead of the recommended 40 degrees to push the fabric to its limits and allow for a margin of user error. Select the relevant detergent according to the type outlined in the standard. SDCE produces a range of detergents, both with and without optical brightening agent, in line with international ISO standards, allowing testing professionals to select the necessary composition for the relevant methodology. For guidance on the optimal additions of TAED, sodium perborate, and sodium percarbonate, you can refer to SDCE's reference table. Once you have established the correct load weight and detergent, you can set the cycle running as specified in the methodology. The sample should be dried as outlined with the methodology. Take note as to whether it is recommended to dry the sample naturally, tumble drying in accordance with the care label, or dried on a worst-case scenario basis, for example, by tumble drying a garment that is not suitable for tumble drying.
Use a standard ruler to remeasure the distance between your markers. When you have both your original measurements and tested measurements, you can apply a simple equation to calculate the shrinkage of your fabric. The original result minus the test result should be calculated, and then this figure should be divided by the original result and multiplied by 100. Alternately, a percentage change ruler can be used for accuracy and convenience.
For increased efficiency, this test can be carried out in conjunction with other laundering tests, such as colour fastness to washing. Ensure your cycle, wash load, and detergent specifications are still relevant, and carry out the simultaneous tests as outlined in SDCE's library of training animations.